This is Talk News Podcast. I'm your host, Chris.
I'm your host, Ron.
Today, our featured guest is Dominique, Leonard, writer, producer. Of course, he got a motivational conference coming up July 15th. July 13th? It's going to be Friday the 13th?
Yeah.
Shit.
You need it the most.
What's up? That's scary right there. Well, of course, we had Dominique on before. And this is a cool guy here. He actually did a play. Was Secret Marriage and Vows, right?
Yeah, Secret Marriage and Vows.
That was an amazing play. Of course, he's gonna tell us about the testimony. How you get that started?
Well, actually, it's something that I've been working on as far as the name of it. I just knew it was going to happen according to time. You know, sometimes you can't move before the time. You have to wait for the time to happen in the right time. And so I just had to be patient. And then I ran across somebody, because, I always get somebody, and most likely they're in the room. I ran across somebody who put the fire up under my feet. I'm on a curve.
Well, I'm rude. I'm sorry. I'm going to let y'all introduce yourself because y'all didn't get a chance to introduce yourself.
There we go.
Hi, I'm Mona Kurt.
I'm Nelson Bernard III.
And Tacoma Phillip.
Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I should have introduced y'all as soon as y'all came.
Okay.
But what's up with you? What you do?
Dominique and I met. We don't think anything happens by coincidence, so I kind of reached out to him because I'm a writer, and we discussed some things. He told me his life story, and I felt like I wanted to be on board with what he had to talk about. We talked about life after life, and that began this whole thing that we're doing right now. So, our first thing we're doing right now is called Test the Testimony.
Okay. Who came up with the name Test the Testimony?
Dominique did.
This man here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. So, what about you?
All right, so I'm a Marine Corps recruiter, staff sergeant. I'm actually down the road on Westheimer. So, how me and Dominique met, we were doing a career day at a Clinton Intermediate, right? Got to talking, me just telling, my purpose and what I've been trying to do out here in A-Leaf. He was like, hey, I got this conference I'm trying to put together. You want to speak? I was like, yeah, because the thing was, I was always trying to, just get my voice out there and give back to my community in any way that I can, aside from being a recruiter, because I'm born and raised from Houston, so I chose to come back here to get back to where I came from. So when he gave me an opportunity, I was like, and I've been smiling ever since.
That's what's up, though. No,
I smile ever since because helping people is my passion. So, oh man, I didn't know how I was gonna get it done, but it's just work. It's working. It's working just by saying a few words to somebody and connecting with somebody else, and I've just been getting around. And I only been here a year.
How long you been recruiting?
A year.
I
just made a year. May 23rd. May 23rd.
Oh, that's what's up. What's up.
So,
Is that what you, Princess?
Hey. I'm a billboard hairstylist, health and beauty advisor.
Ooh, okay. Y'all look like twins over there, to be honest with y'all.
That brown stuff.
Twin.
So how can people find tickets to get to the your conference?
People can find tickets. Actually, we have tickets on hand, and also they have they can go to testimony.brownpapertickets.com. I'll say it again: testimony.brownpapertickets.com, and we will have tickets at the door as well.
Okay. People been hitting me up asking me, was it a play? Because they was excited about the play you had.
Yeah.
And of course, I know you got to do another play.
Yeah. Well, actually, we have that in the works as well. I'm ready to move forward with the next production, but at the same time, in my spirit, I know I have to do some more things with the past production. So right now, I'm working on some things that I'm just one of them people. I don't like doing a lot of talking. I like to just lay low until it's time to show up.
Yeah.
And I know back in the day they used to call me the quiet assassin. I didn't talk a lot. I just showed up.
That's good.
And sometimes when you get defeated or they come towards you, you have to just back up sometimes and just let God do what He has to do. Send people your way, move people out the way. Just let God have His finishing touches on things. So, but yeah, so we definitely got a lot of things in the works. Like I said, I just don't talk a lot about it. We just do them. So just always stay tuned to what's going on.
So obviously, I don't think everybody. I was telling them about your story. How you was incarcerated.
Mm-hmm.
And since you've been out, everything been on the up and up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything been good. Now there's a lot of people who come out. It's never no success. It's hard to do. Like come out and just hit the ground running.
You just have to make something for yourself in order to be
Yeah,
Exactly.
And you is definitely a positive vibe for that. So she don't know your story all the way, but like
I would like to hear it though.
But well, that's all you can ask him what you want.
I mean, how did you get started? I mean, I feel like he's already interviewed you before, so it's like I don't ask redundant questions. But
Well, actually, how I got started, I was writing actually when I was a kid, a child. Everybody had that story. Like I used to sing, I used to dance when I was a kid, and I do believe their stories because it's true. So I was actually writing when I was young, and my mom always told me, "Son, never stop writing." But I started off with little puppy love poems and to little girls.
he's writing to the women.
Yeah,
To the girls?
to little girls, 5th grade and 4th grade, stuff like that. And then I went to writing R&B, and then I went to I was in a group, R&B group, because I used to think I could sing. And I don't know what happened to my voice, but so from there, I ended up getting incarcerated from a decision that I've made. But prior to my incarceration, I was around some heavy hitters who was already in the field and, writing books and writing plays and stuff like that. And so I think during my incarceration, after I surrendered my life, to God and some things that I had to go through during my incarceration, I continued to write. And I was just like, I'm going to write a book. So I wrote a book.
So you wrote the whole time you were incarcerated?
I wrote the whole time. Matter of fact, it's funny because I meant to bring that up here, but I forgot. I just had so much going on today. Just to show that this little package I have that's a multi-million-dollar package. I know and I claim it for all of us. But in this package, though, it's just all my writing. Mm-hmm. So I took my time to write when I was incarcerated.
So you get out, and how did you start?
I get out, and I did meet somebody coming on who I was introduced to. And this person helped me move forward with the play as far as just almost like being a PR person. See, I can never discredit anybody from what they do and how they help me, but you get that help, and then you keep going. Like you never stop because God put people in your life for, what's it saying? A season, reason, or a lifetime.
Yeah.
And so I'm a strong believer of that. So I give everybody the credit. And so this person put some fire up under my feet. Same thing like Mona did, some fire up under my feet. I feed off of that. So people say, hey, let's get it going. I'm like, okay, let's go. I just take off running. And so the play came out, did some good things, and then it took its downhill fall on some things. And I was like, you know what, God, I'm ready just to close this production down. Because sometimes you want to get rid of the old and start with the new.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to go back to the old in order to get to the new.
Yeah.
So
what advice should you give to a guy that's just got out of prison and he's just consistently failing? Like what could you tell him?
Wow, man. You know what? First thing I would tell him was that he got to get his stuff together, and he has to really get his mind together. Because if he's failing at something, he's failing at. I used to try to save the world, and you can't save the world.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember getting a letter from a friend of mine telling me that, hey, you can't save everybody. Some people are meant to drown. And it's nothing personal. You just got to make sure you're good. And so a person that's getting home from prison, he got to come home with a sound mind because it's rough out here. You can run across some people who's not really for you. You run around some
You caught up with the same thing you were doing before you
same crowd, everything. Because everything is going to be out here.
Yeah.
The same women, same drugs, same gang. Whatever you into, it's going to be. So you have to say, you know what? I don't want this life no more. So you really have to come home to, got to turn the volume down because it's getting me.
Yeah, you just got to lower it down.
Yeah.
The thing about failing is that sometimes people feel like when you fail, that's the end. But that's not the end. A lot of times it's the beginning. Some of the most successful people in the world, we know this, have failed many times. So if you think about it, sometimes you just got to go back to the blueprint. You got to maybe add this or take this away or whatever it is, but you just keep on striving and you just keep on going. As long as you have life in your body, then you have an opportunity to get closer to your goals. So failing is not always the worst thing. And sometimes it's a good way to cleanse yourself, or just do other things that you need to do to get.
I think failure is definitely, you need to fail.
But it's so negative. People always think it's a negative thing when you fail, rather than saying it's taking an L. It's really a lesson that you're learning. Rather
Exactly.
than,
That's right.
so.
But that comes with a supporting cast. If you got a good supporting cast, like I definitely know you have a good supporting cast. You got that around, I think you'll be fine. Like some people fail and just don't have the answers. Nobody to tell them
No guidance.
No guidance.
Sometimes you just need guidance. You might need encouragement. You need guidance, and sometimes you even need a model to be able to follow. If you don't have a model to follow, then that's really difficult. We can't do any of this by ourselves.
That's right, you can.
Yeah, it's definitely. They were talking about the NFL players when they get drafted. They have a guy come and sit down and talk to all the rookies and tell them everybody in this room is going to be broke by the time they end their career. He's not telling you specifically, but he's saying all y'all going to be broke by the end of your career, meaning you're going to spend your money different, you're not going to invest right, you're going to do dumb stuff and things that happen. And he was trying to compare himself to LeBron James. LeBron, I don't think we never heard nothing about LeBron negative. No cheating on his wife, no beating up his kid. Just
We haven't heard anything.
we haven't heard nothing. I just say we haven't heard nothing. But his
Right.
record is
Right.
15 years in NBA. It's
Pretty good record.
straight clean. He was raised without a father, just with his mother. So it's possible. You know what I'm saying? And then he got the right people around him. So
Right.
I think it's more
And he
about
came in he actually had a woman with him, and he was married, so that's a different type of lifestyle too.
who,
Right.
yeah.
Get the same one he always has. So.
That's what I'm saying. That's hard.
It's hard.
Since high school. So that's rough. That's great.
No, you said what you wanted to say. It was rough.
We
heard you.
with the same woman for a long time, but it's the same thing. Okay, but of course I want to jump off the subject. I got a bunch of different topics to ask you that all y'all got to agree on. I was driving. Now I'm driving, right?
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, before I get into this topic, I want to ask this question before I jump off, because I'm about to jump off
the deep end.
I'm about to jump off the deep end.
Okay.
Friday, July 13th, after we leave your testimony, how should we feel after leaving your motivational
I'm
conference?
gonna want to go to that, and then I'm a back door.
Each one of y'all speak though, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
Now,
Okay,
can y'all also talk about everything that you speak about? Well, not everything, but
Yeah,
it's
we
like
wanna
a
tell
short
everything.
version that you speak about.
But
Because I want to know what she talked about too.
Well, the whole idea coming up with the conference, because Dominique is still in the play business. That is definitely what Dominique is doing. And you will get a little surprised when you come to the conference, so to see what he's still about and will always be about. But what we wanted to do was, we had this idea, we brainstormed about people wanting to go out and do something. But when they leave, do they leave empty? And so that was the whole idea. We wanted people to come out to an event, have some fun, network, hear a little good music, eat a little good food. But then when they leave, they feel better than they did before they came. So when you leave this conference, you're going to probably make some new friends, You're not going to put on too much weight because we're watching the calorie intake. I had to push that in there. But you're going to leave better than you came. And that's how we want you to do. Whenever you come to a Dominique Leonard event, we want you to enjoy yourself, but we want you to leave with a nugget of wisdom.
Right.
I think my main goal is that I want to feed people spiritually, mentally, and physically as well. And I think another thing, like I said, just having a group around you that brings in a bunch of positive. Because you can't operate, with somebody in the group who's going to be negative, who's always trying to downplay. Because everybody can throw a party, but after the party, then what do you have? You go home drunk, and you go home still looking crazy. You spend so much money, your credit card looking funny and stuff. But at the same time, you want to go somewhere where you can also get fed in multiple ways. So,
It's like leaving church almost.
Church without being church. Yeah.
Now, so for me, what I want people to take away is that at the end of the day, you're not alone. Okay, because you have a story, right? And it's like, man, like nobody understands. Like I'm doing such, 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 but then you open up, it's like, oh, you too? Oh, okay. Because when I speak at schools, at high schools, I tell them my story, right? And someone may have something worse than me, or better. But at the same time, at the end of the day, what it's about is, guess what? We all can make it if you want to. If you want to, that's the key. Because I want to talk about, for me, my childhood and without my dad and where I came today. But you wouldn't know none of it just looking at me.
Yeah.
I have to tell you.
Yeah.
Okay? Because my past is just my past. I'm not wearing it on my sleeve. I'm not, I tell kids all the time. In my 32 years of living, I've never seen anybody bring presents to a pity party.
That's it, 32.
That's true.
Yeah, that's it, 32. That's it. They don't look like 25 all the time. I said,
You
thank
have a
you.
baby face.
Hey, I'm trying to look like that as long as possible, you know what I'm saying? but it's crazy that I have 14 years on these high school students that I talk to, right? And I asked them, I said, hey, what do you want to do with your life? Like, what do you like doing? What are you interested in? 17, 18, 19-year-olds, they're like, I don't know, sir. I'm saying, like, wow. And it's crazy because that was me at 17. So I can't judge them, but I can help them. I can guide them, get to where they need to be. Because I know it's like not to have that support in certain areas, So for me, I'm very passionate in it. That's why I ain't stopped smiling since he told me about this. I haven't. And I ain't going to stop smiling.
You're not supposed to, man. Life too short to be grilling up and frowning and stuff.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And I don't want wrinkles in my face. I stay good, you know what I mean?
Hey, you want to smile. Smile get you a lot of things, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
I'll wait for a smile. Keep looking like that.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes, ma'am.
So what I'm bringing to testimony, just people needing to know their purpose in life, to not take their gifts for granted, because I did. And so that's what my I want to share that with a lot of people, because a lot of people looking for direction or looking to want to be a part of something. And they probably already, know what they're supposed to do. And if they don't know, they need to pray about it. And
that's true.
That's what I'm bringing.
Well, I definitely be. I'm on vacation that week, so I'm definitely gonna be there. I just said
On vacation.
July 6th to the 16th.
Gotta get it how you live.
That's like the end of my vacation, so I need to get some motivation right before I go back to work.
Amen.
Because I'm thinking about just
how you live.
You know how
I
it
want to
goes.
give a shout out to Daphne too as well. She's supposed to have been here too.
Yeah.
We miss you, Daphne.
We miss you, Daphne.
She's gonna be at the motivation.
Daphne Garrett, yeah.
Okay.
What's
Yeah,
the story?
She's one of the speakers as well.
What's Daphne's story?
Well, Daphne's story, I could just tell you what she survived.
Yes, she's a survivor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
She's a survivor.
How many speakers you have that day?
It's
3, including Dominique.
yeah, so 4. So,
Okay. That's what's up. Okay.
So how did you go about getting people to speak at this conference? Did people have to reach out to you? Did you research people to see who you wanted to bring aboard your project?
It's so funny that when I say this, you can't stop smiling. The energy you put out in this world, that's the energy you will get back in return. And I remember, matter of fact, I'm gonna let Dakota tell that story about me being at Grand Lux with Christopher Dawkins. What's up, man? So I'm gonna let Dakota tell that story about me seeing her again.
Oh, wow.
I'll put her on the spot.
I'm trying to remember. What did you want me to tell
When you saw me at Grand Lux, you wasn't sure if it was me.
Yeah, I saw Dominique at Grand Lux, and actually I had been thinking about him because, so that's kind of part of my testimony. I left the industry, the hair industry, and so I used to work in a salon with him, and so he left and did his time. I didn't know he was back, and ran into him, and I was and then we could, I talked to him and got reconnected, but it was so perfect because he was had been on my mind. Like, if I did anything, if I came back, it was like, this is probably a person that I, want to be around.
Yeah.
But yeah, he walked in and I was like, that's Dominique. Okay, that's Dominique. And yeah, and he was meeting with somebody putting his play together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah,
timing.
so that's how we ended up meeting. And it's funny because when she opened her mouth at our personal meeting at another restaurant, it's with the same Dakota that I knew. It just wasn't the same person. So like her whole life was transformed. And I was like, is she speaking like this? Is she speaking like this? And so I was like, wow. So I think I told her, I said, listen, I want to do a conference. I said, I don't know when I'm going to do it. And it was probably about, a year ago?
Yeah. It was
about a year ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was about a year ago. And I was saying, hey, I want to do a conference, but I think I want you to speak at the conference. You ready? She goes, yeah, I'm ready. So that was one connection. And then I had Daphne. Of course, I went to high school with Daphne. And she had went through some things personal in her life. And I told her over the phone and through text, like, hey, look, I want you to speak one day. You know, I said, you have a testimony, and I think people need to hear that. And then I did career day. Seeing this guy in his suit, in his Marine suit, and you couldn't tell him anything. And but our spirits connected. And so I told him, hey, look, man, I think I want you to speak. So it was like God was just ordaining everybody, putting them in the right place at the right time. And so when it was time to move forward, all I did was take the phone and text out, hey, you ready? Are you ready? And they was all like, ready. You know, that's how that happened.
Speaking of that, one episode 100 going to be
August 29th?
29th Saturday.
Yeah.
My 100th episode is going to be a little different. I'm going to do
25th, August the 25th.
August 25th. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do performances, motivational speakers, a few poets. I'm definitely trying to book you August 25th because I'm doing it like way in advance. I'm setting up, preparing for the 100th episode. So I wanted to be like a few performances for people. Like everybody that's been on the show. Mm-hmm. I want to have at least 3 motivation speakers, 3 poets, 3 artists, a little bit of everything. Okay. So I definitely need you for that. Just to
count it done.
Just to remind you. But on another note, this is Talk Me Podcast. This is episode 75. How many minutes we in? We just 22 minutes in. We good. We got a lot of time.
So are y'all only going to be in Houston? Are you like traveling, like going to different cities, or what's the plan for that?
Yeah, eventually we're going to be going to different cities.
That's cool.
I think you need to too.
Yeah, definitely.
People need to hear testimonies because I'm one of those people that like I met somebody and they told me their testimony. I'm like, damn, it's not just me.
Yeah.
And it puts a fire under my, well, you said feet, but I asked, put a fire under my ass.
Exactly.
And and he made me become a better person and like help me evolve into the person that I'm becoming now. Mm-hmm. So it was just somebody I already knew for a while, and then we just connected one day out the blue. He's like my mentor now. Actually, his name is Tweed. But yeah, like that's good for people to actually hear this because a lot of people they're not able to meet other people to say, hey, wow, I admire her or I admire him. Like you have to see it at something like that.
Exactly.
And it does help you change.
Yeah.
So that's good that you're all doing that.
And the thing about it is that everybody has a testimony. Mm-hmm. Someone just ashamed to share it. Mm-hmm. And I remember when I came home from doing my time and the play was about to come out. My mom said, son, it's not about your play. Your play won't open doors. I looked at my mom like, you crazy? You can do a play. But she was like, your play's not going to open the doors. Your testimony is going to open the doors. People would listen to testimonies. I was just like, wow. So it's funny because when I started sharing my testimony, doors started opening up. And I was just like, okay, God, I was doing it backwards.
You get so scared though.
Yeah.
It's scary to say, hey, I've been raped, or hey, I've been through this, or hey, I've been incarcerated, because you feel like, not necessarily that you think somebody's going to judge you. It's just like
people are going to judge you.
Regardless. But people are going. She could be judging me right now, and I'm sitting here just next to her. You know what I'm saying? Or I could be judging her. Like, she can stand. You know what I'm saying? Like people, you can't control what people think. You can control what people say. And I think once people fall back from that, you're able to be who you are and be yourself. So like you guys doing this is amazing to me. That's hard.
As a woman, I can say that there are a lot of secrets, unfortunately, that we keep, and they really help a lot of people. I've been able to mentor to young girls about sexual abuse, and so when a young girl sees a grown woman, she doesn't understand that they have something in common, perhaps. Right. And so to be able to tell somebody that you're going to get through this, and this is going to be you on the other side. You know what I mean? And that's so, so important because there are people out there that are really, really hurting. And they just need to hear somebody say, I understand. And you can make it. And this is what I did. You know, you have to have a model to be able to, you know, look up to and say, like, you know, you say you have a mentor, and that's wonderful. Mm-hmm. You know, so you can be like, hey, I can do this, I got this.
Right.
So you got kids?
I do.
You do? You're a wonderful mother. I don't know. 'Cause how you talking to me, you patient. If you like, and
you're right about that.
If I get it wrong when you explain it to me, whip my ass.
Like,
Because you so you fluent with it, and you're like,
Yeah.
get it, pick up the paper, put it in the trash. If they'll understand you,
And their mom's like, you didn't see it the first time.
You well spoken. It's calmly.
Yeah.
Like when you talk, I gotta listen.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I definitely gotta listen. So that's what's up. That's why you got kids. I know you got kids because you talk to them.
Oh, yeah.
Where I'm from, my mom didn't talk to me like that. I still love you, mama. I had a hard head though. I had a hard head. So you gotta tell me like 7 times, beat my ass a few times, take my game away,
Got
and
my
then I
ass
listen.
whooped a few times.
Yeah, so
Every day. I got
Red leather belt.
Every day.
Sure did.
Hard head making salt.
Hey, baby, make us stop. That's exactly what she used to say. But you know what? I feel like kids getting whooped is a good thing. Like, I know that's wrong, and it's hard for me because I have a 5-year-old and she does something bad. I'm like, at Tenacious, I'll be like, I gotta hit her on the butt. I gotta do something to let her know this isn't right. I'll be like, I'll go get a paper, pop on the butt. She's like, ah! Like I killed her and I hit her with a piece of paper. You know, so like, you don't need to like beat your kids. Like people, I don't know.
Some get,
Well, mine, I don't have to be mine anyway. I have to be my
Some
one.
get hit and they'll look like, did you really just hit me? It don't hurt them.
See, I don't got that kind of child.
It hurts
Thank
you
you.
more than it hurts them. So some do need to be beat.
I was one of the ones that needed to be beat though.
it's another topic I want to talk. When I'm about to jump off. Okay, let me start with this one. I was reading. I don't remember the guy's name, but it was unfortunate. It was called Unfortunates, meaning like life just been unfortunate, right? A guy, he's in jail like almost 24, 25 years for a rape charge, and they never did like back then. I don't think they had rape kits or whatever, but he was wrongly accused. That was it. So after he got out of jail, they said they gave him like $3.5 million from being in jail a long time. Like, but he said after that he didn't even care about the money. So $3.5 million, you've been in jail 25 years. You can go buy back 25 years, but you really can't. You know what I mean?
Nah.
So for him, his life was just destroyed. But he was rich, right?
But what would you have earned in 25 years?
More than that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's
well,
possible. You could have earned more
You
than that.
possibly,
You
your life could have been different.
Right.
They
You
gave
never
him
know what you could have
3.25.
became in the
Right.
25 years. You could have been president. You could have been a billionaire. You could have
3.5 is not
discovered.
enough.
It's
you
not
could
enough.
have
It's not enough to
discovered
take back.
anything.
So you
Yeah.
come out like, I think he killed himself. He's like, he killed himself. I'm not sure if I read it all the way right, but I know he dead right now. 3.5 million. That brings us back to Bill Cosby, right?
Okay.
Rape charge. They say Bill Cosby tried to buy NBC or CBS. It's one of them. Whatever the channels he was trying to buy, when he tried to buy it, that's when the issues came up. So 30 years, you've been raped after 35 years. Hypothetically speaking, if you was raped after 35 years, you obviously you moved on. So would you have brought charges on Bill Cosby after all these years?
I mean, obviously you moved on.
35 years?
No.
Both of them answer that question.
I kind of understand what he meant when he said obviously you moved on. Because certainly, you know, when
You got a family now. You married. You got kids.
How you know that's gonna bother you on the inside though?
See, as a woman, I don't think he might not understand that. As a woman,
No, I
you
don't.
Really,
That's why I asked you.
Right. That's what I say. I think I understand it. I don't think you meant that in a malicious way.
Yes.
But you know, if you've been a victim of any type of sexual crime, you don't actually move on, but you do continue living. But you know, your life is different. You change. So I think that's why.
You think he raped him?
It was proven in court that he raped him.
Huh?
It was proven,
I
right?
don't know.
I think that we have this idea of Bill Cosby going, Jello,
Right.
and shit. You know, we have that idea of him. So he's like, he didn't rape nobody, because that's what I thought at first too.
But
But
you talk about Jello.
yeah, but if he was in court, right? But if he's in court and they had a trial behind it and they had evidence, like somehow, somewhere, somebody, it was real somewhere. 35 women can't come out the blue and be like, yeah, you raped me. I mean, at least 10
What
of
if
them
they
still
get
alive.
paid? What if they got paid?
I mean, they got paid.
To come
I
out.
feel like they can come out.
They might have did get paid.
And
Don't be
lie.
untrue.
You know, I mean,
There's a lot of people that they don't use the same guidelines when they're trying to prosecute someone else? Like, do you use those same? Do you have a sheet that you go by? Because the same guidelines that you went to prosecute Bill Cosby, did you use that to prosecute the next person, because he's not the only one. It's a lot of celebrities. The one I forgot.
I think it came out because it was about he was trying to buy NBC because he was trying to CBS. I think it came out because somebody probably paid somebody to initially say it, and then everybody else came out with it because they knew there was a dirty secret about him. So I do think that happened because I didn't want him to hide it.
Because think about it,
but I still think he did it.
One of the top hosts, I forgot this white guy name.
Matt Larry.
What's his name?
Matt Larry.
It's another one.
That's the news anchor.
There's so many.
No, it's another one. He was working for. What's the other one guy? They took him off the.
Oh yeah, you talking about the guy on.
The producer.
He was like a co-host. He was a host, wasn't he?
Yeah, what his name is? He got a podcast now. He don't speak on TV no more. He had a bunch of rape charges, but NBC somebody kept paying for all this stuff, and it was burying it, and they was probably paying for Bill Cosby stuff too. But he tried to buy NBC, and they brought it back to life. You see what I'm saying? But that's another situation. Now I go to my kid's graduation today, right? My son graduated. He's going to kindergarten. Congratulations, Kobe. And all the graduation songs was R. Kelly songs. I Could Believe I Could Fly, World's Greatest, I'm the Greatest. And I'm sitting back here like, damn, every good song is R. Kelly song.
Yeah.
Right?
I just can't.
But you divide the music and you divide the person.
Hold on, these sex slaves though. Like,
I'm just saying.
I don't agree with that. How are you a grown ass woman? You're 18, 19, 20 years old. And you're a sex slave. Like, girl, get your life together. Get your mind together. You can't be that weak.
I don't believe.
He made me put it in his mouth. Like, no, you don't do that. Like, come on. Like, I just don't agree with that. And it could be because I'm strong. I've been strong my whole life. I've been strong.
But if even
when I was a kid, I was like, don't touch me there.
But when you were young, you weren't like, you know how when you're a
he snatched them when they're young.
A young girl, and you just kind of silly.
That would never be. That's why I don't understand it. I always was, girl, don't touch me there. My mama said that wasn't right. Like, I was always that person. Like,
see, that was me and my girlfriends. We were so silly. Like when we think back on it, we're like, man, we put ourselves in some dangerous situations because we just want to have fun.
I was silly.
Okay, you were silly,
but I didn't let nobody touch me.
What you heard she said?
I was silly.
You was right. Y'all just want to have fun, and that's
having fun ain't somebody chaining me up and putting his thing in my mouth. That's not fun for me. So those girls,
it might not be fun for you.
All right, you're right. All right. I mean, back then. Now, I'm grown. So, but back then when I was a kid, you have to know like that some things are not right and some things are wrong as a kid, and you can't be like, oh, I'm 18 and I wasn't raised to know about sex, so I did these things because I didn't know any better. Girl, shut up.
She did it for coins and she didn't get enough coins, so now
it was R. Kelly. You thought he was rich. You thought he was gonna get some out of it, and now you didn't get what you wanted out of it. Now you want to be like, I mean, but I do think because girls who get pimped, I think they're not that smart. I'm not gonna say stupid, but I don't think they're that smart. So it could be the type of girls who get pimped as well. They think they need somebody to live their life. Yes. So I do agree with. I do understand that aspect of it. But as far as sex slave, like, you just was doing anything, everything just because somebody, why? You could have left the house, you weren't chained up. He had that kind of mental control over you. Like, that's crazy to me. I don't get that.
I think our culture is totally different. You make good music. R. Kelly make good damn music. You just got to admit it.
If you rich, you get to do whatever you want to do to people. That's what it is.
That's sort of true. Well, that's true because he haven't got brought into custody yet.
I'll get cheated on by a rich man before I get cheated on by
Michael Jackson. They said Michael Jackson molested kids. We never. I don't know if he did or didn't.
Can I just say that I feel like black people will turn an eye if they feel like it's a good entertainer. And I don't think
you're
that's
right. Like the Bill Cosby thing.
But whether it's Bill Cosby or an athlete or, a singer or whatever, like, it doesn't make any sense that people have been buying R. Kelly's music for all this time and we know that he's a pedophile. No one wants to call him a pedophile.
Right.
He's a pedophile.
Yeah, that's true.
He got married. His wife was on a TV show.
That's true.
She was proud saying R. Kelly is my husband.
But you got to think about it. After you just called him a pedophile, you probably was at a wedding the next day stepping in the name of love, right?
Who was?
You
said
that's your favorite song, Stepping in the Name of Love.
It is my favorite song. It is. I ain't gonna lie, because But now that I read about it, because a lot of times you say something, you hear something like, oh, it's not true, you blow it off, right?
Hey, Chris, you heard that one?
Well, what she said?
I feel like he needed help and nobody helped him from the beginning.
R. Kelly?
Because Aaliyah was like,
I'm going to tell you why.
She was
saying, yeah.
Don't take away from the gift, though. From the gift is different
take away from the gift. The gift is different from, like somebody described R. Kelly and then Robert. He two different people, so the music is one thing. We can enjoy that, but he needs help.
But and you know what you say, he needs help? But you got people around you, they so busy taking. They know if he get help, it stops.
Do we believe in second chances though? Because I say there's somebody like, I just can't get
got
out.
to because
I don't believe in child molestation. I just can't second chance
No.
that.
It's hard for me.
People, you could probably kill somebody. And I'd be like, well, but like touching a kid, like I just can't get over it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, well,
Disgusting.
you know, I could touch on that one personally, and it gets personal because when you get incarcerated, you're around everybody. You're around the molesters, the robbers, the stealers, the killers, the aggravators. I mean, you're around everything. Any crime you can think of, you're around. But when you're in this system, you don't know who did what unless they tell you or somebody else say, yeah, man, he raped the little girl. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like the crime is done, and now they're just a regular person in these white clothes. And so my whole mindset when I got incarcerated, I was just saying to myself, who am I to judge? I know he raped his wife, he raped his wife's daughter. I mean, I've seen everything, or not seen it, but I heard it. You know what I'm saying? And so it was different. So it was like it was hard for me to judge him because I was here too.
So you feel like all y'all are equal?
And so, I mean, so the Bible says a sin is a sin is a sin.
I tried to believe in it at the time.
I know. I mean, it's true.
It's true.
Yeah, you're right though. It's true.
Yeah.
It's definitely true. Another topic I want to talk about was Starbucks. Starbucks closed its store for one day to for training on racial bias, right? So I'm like, okay, if Starbucks can close their store for one day, now let me know if I'm wrong. One day, right? It's all Starbucks, right? Why can't police stations close a couple of days for bias racists? Will they stop us? They never close. I don't think they ever.
Then you have a purge.
Huh?
Because then you
I will take.
Because they would be admitting that they're wrong then.
I will take the purge, but I don't think they haven't decided to do that yet.
They will be admitting that they're wrong though. They never. They will be admitting that all police officers are racist.
Starbucks did. They just admitted they was wrong.
Starbucks is Starbucks though.
Money,
Yeah.
Huh?
Starbucks lost a lot of money.
They lost a lot of money yesterday.
One day?
Over.
Yeah.
Oh, they lost a lot of money. But they were the losers for one
But you
day
get what I'm saying though, right?
I understand
What
what you're
I'm
saying.
saying. If Starbucks is closed, how come the police department?
But Starbucks
Oh,
didn't do
definitely.
it because they care about it. Starbucks did because they
It's
care
the
about
right-
They get their money back because they probably saw that drop
It's
in
a money.
money.
Oh, I know it's a
Right.
money thing.
Right.
It's a money thing because people are like, oh, that's so nice. They really closed to do that. That's not gonna change racism.
No.
They just gotta follow protocol. You see what I'm saying? But with police officers, like I know police officers. That don't mean I look at them different, but they're a family. When something happened, that's like if me and Dominique are police, right? Something happened, I'm going to protect Dominique. Is a family thing, but you know what's wrong. They had a show that came on. They canceled it with Sanaa Lathan. You know what I'm talking about? It was Sanaa Lathan. A black cop killed the white kid.
Yeah,
What was the name of that show? They killed it under fire something.
I don't remember what it's called.
You know what I'm talking about though?
Yeah, it didn't last long though.
It didn't last long. It was over. They shut it down in the first season. That was it. Because it was like, damn, who wrote this? This is like real. That was a wrap after that. Because the town went crazy because a black police officer killed the white cop. So they was trying to bury the cop. Then footage came out showing him talking about he had a badge. He graduated from cop school. Now you can see I could kill these crackers. Right? So that looked bad after you just killed the white kid, right? So, but all it was a reverse of what happened to us. But they wanted to show you how it looked if we was a black officer killing a white cop. But they shut it down. And people had on the comments all the way down on Rotten Apple. It's Rotten Apple. They had number comments like, why y'all close it? Why y'all shut it down? Why next season? I knew why they shut it down. It was just because it touched a few people.
It was the opposite way around basically. Because if it was a white cop killing a black kid, it'd probably still be running right now.
Because he went to jail.
Yeah.
They gave him time. So whoever wrote it, he got time. He had to go in.
Okay.
Which I don't think no officer ever. I think one officer probably went to jail for killing. I think it's one out of all. Mostly everybody get acquitted.
Yeah.
But I noticed everybody get acquitted, but the families get paid off. Like for Michael Brown, they started paying Michael Brown mothers off. I watched a thing called Rotten Apple on Amazon.
Okay.
It's called Rotten Apple. It's a white guy. He wrote the whole thing. He's been with Michael Brown's mother going all over it. It's on Amazon. I paid $4.99 to watch it. It showed the whole transpire of everything he did. and they say he robbed the store, which he didn't.
Right.
They just show him snatching the cigars from the store that night. But reason why he snatched the cigars from the store that night, because during the day he did an exchange, like they wanted some weed, so he like, I want the cigars. And he turned back around, he's like, you know what? Hold the cigars, I'm gonna come back and get it tomorrow. He came back to get it, it was a new shift. So he like, man, this mine. Took it. But it really was his. So they call the police on him, and he just so happened to be walking up the street. But the officer wasn't stopping him for the robbery. He just stopped him because they was walking in the middle of the street. And they got into it and just shot him. And he got people, they had like 6 witnesses saying the police officer still got off. I'm talking about in the head, everything. It's a sad thing, but that's the world we live in. Well, this Talk to Me podcast, this is episode 75. We got Dominique, Leonard on. If y'all just tuning in, of course, I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourself again. Can y'all do that for me one more time?
Yeah, of course. I'm putting this thing back up again.
I'm Mona Hurt.
John Bernard III.
Okay.
Ticola Phillips.
Jacola Phillips?
Ticola Phillips.
All right, we're gonna get in y'all personal life. Can we get in y'all personal life?
Uh-oh.
Sure.
So I see you don't have no ring on your fingers. You married, single?
Single.
I pay attention to everything. Don't mind me.
That's okay.
Hasn't it? I pay attention to everything. You gonna plead the fifth? I ain't asked that. You
didn't, but I'm just let me get ready.
and I usually tell people plead the fifth and I don't want to answer. She already knows it. But you already answered the most important question. You're single. What about you?
Single. I was divorced back in
Power to the
2016. I got 3 lovely daughters that live in Germany
Oh,
with their
come
mom.
on, man. You got three girls?
Yeah, 3, man.
That's amazing right there.
I tried.
What did you
I
do to
tried.
somebody?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Look.
They said when you have girls, I mean, just
you was bad.
Nah, that is not
Man.
me. But hey, if I was the attendants I was around in the military, they stay away from the attendants.
So, hold up. How old are you when you got married?
I was 23.
You got married young, man.
Oh yeah. Maybe.
That's like military life. We were in the military then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was in the
military.
military. We both in the
Everything
military.
is structured.
Yeah, we both in the military. So we got married in 2009 and we got divorced in 2016. Got 3 beautiful daughters, 7, 5, and 4.
So tell me this: what was the breaking point for you not wanting to be married anymore?
Well, it was the lifestyle. And granted, we both were Marines.
Yeah.
But she had got out. She got maybe retired.
Yeah.
So the thing was, I was always gone. So she felt like she was a single mom, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, we're married, but I'm here, I'm over there, And I was young, so I didn't really understand the burden she was carrying. I was in the mentality like, I'm a man, I gotta provide, protect. Provide, protect, But it was so much more. What I've learned from my marriage, though, is that, because I've been raised around a lot of women, so what I've learned is that the little things matter.
No, that's the truth.
That's what I learned.
Hey, no, that is. I definitely learned that. Like, let me tell you one of the things I learned in a marriage: getting up in the morning, just bathing the kids, putting their clothes on, and having them sitting by the door dressed already. It sounds like it's like, oh, that's it. That means a lot
It's health.
to her.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because she used to always say in the morning, all I need you to do is bathe the kids and have the kids ready. That way I ain't got to do that. I got to fix her hair, call your daughter hair. Your boy acting up, but they don't do that with me. You see what I'm saying? They do that with her.
Yeah.
But when I'm there, it's like, all I do is, hey, that's it.
Yep, that's it.
For her, she hollering my holiday name, such and such and such. So that's like little things, you know what I'm saying? Putting the garbage out, taking the clothes out the dryer, throwing it in, taking the clothes out the washer, putting it in the dryer. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the type of guy, I take out my shirt and throw it in the dryer. I got to dry my stuff. I got to hurry up and dry. Boom, and move. Because we all got a little selfishness in us, you know? So
Yeah.
I got a lot of selfishness in me.
I think women also, it's little things like that. And it's also like, say, we do things that we don't tell men. Like, I might go to the store like, he might like me in this, or let me get this lipstick because they said it was pretty. So when I put my lipstick on and I get this dress that I thought I bought it for you, and then you just look at me and go,
That's because we see you every day.
It doesn't matter. You ain't never saw this dress before.
Right.
You haven't seen this lipstick before.
That's what
So
I
you
thought,
looking
too.
like, baby, you looking good in that set.
And that's what I thought too.
That's because we see you every
Something
day.
small, you know?
But when y'all get haircuts,
It's just
y'all want
appreciation.
us to be like, oh, you got a haircut, you look nice.
Yeah, yes, y'all do. Yes,
I don't.
you do. Man,
I ain't gonna have to say
now,
nothing because when
if
you
he-
see my haircut, you already know what it is.
No, but even so,
say
if she
that.
tell you, damn, Chris, you looking kind of sexy there, the new haircut. He did something different. You go like,
Yeah, true. But you
know-
heard what you said when you got that red lipstick and that red dress, and he probably walked past. I could have been playing the game, right?
So
I could have been. I'm
You
just
still
saying.
playing
That should make you look up.
Okay, that's okay. But
Hard
sometimes you gotta be aggressive. Knock the
you
shit
didn't
out
gotta
my
say that. You
hand.
can just hit me on my ass, boop. I'm like, okay.
But you gotta realize he see that ass all the time.
It don't matter. You can't treat me like you see this ass all the
You have
time.
to get on him now, Chris.
Oh, y'all just don't get it.
You
Now.
gotta ask her now, Chris.
I'm divorced.
Okay, talk
I'm
to us.
gonna get up.
I'm divorced. I have 3 kids. My daughter's 5. My boys are 14 and 18.
Okay.
My 18-year-old is a senior. He's graduating and he's going to HBU.
Oh, that's what's up. Right on shit up 59. All
He
right.
has scholarship. But yeah, definitely it's the little things.
I learned the hard way.
It's the little things. If you can learn, I mean, because we're all learning, right? But if
Right.
you can learn, it's definitely the little things. We just want to be noticed. And I know what it's like to be in a marriage and you're not noticed. That's the way it was.
I think that's the big part of everybody. Part of the main. That's I think the main gray area in everybody's relationship.
It makes a big difference just to like what you were saying. Like if you just help with the kids, like for like a woman, you gotta romance her in a different way. Like for y'all, you're more visual. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Sight and sound.
Right.
Sight and sound.
So like you're ready at that moment. But for us, it's like an
you gotta-
all day.
they say you
It
gotta-
might be
yeah.
like a text during the day. It might be, oh, he did this. Like say for example, since we're all grown here, you got the kids ready in the morning. I might be like, well, dang, you gonna get some later.
Yeah.
Correct. No, that's you correct. You
know?
always. They said sometimes it takes a text in the morning. Love you, babe.
Right.
You setting it up for
setting
that
it up
night.
for
You know what I'm
later.
saying?
And it took you
Right.
2 seconds
That's
to make
it.
that text
That's
message.
true, but for some guys, you got a lot going on. You like
Not more than 2 seconds for you to say what's up.
that's true. But for me, in my experience, at my time, I had so much stuff I wanted to do for the family, not just for me, for the family. You know what I'm saying? And when a guy can't provide like he wants to, he stresses.
I
He
understand.
struggles. So his difference in coming in home is be like, I'm not gonna come home and bring it home, but I got stuff on my mind. You know what I'm saying? So,
But and at the same time, what you're saying is so accurate, because like we both have our different stories, But one thing that I heard one time, and it was so real to me because it fit my situation at that time when I was married. But I understand that the man has his struggles and the things that he wants to provide. That's all great. But the woman has hers too. And so to come in and not to check on your wife's heart, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't take any time, and that's what we're saying.
That's
like
true.
you
You're
think
right.
that it takes a lot of time to deal with women, but it really doesn't. We really don't need as much as you think.
Right.
But we just need to
It
speak
can- it could be something strong.
Oh,
Just Mona preach. I'm about to hit the
she right. She right. She give us some advice.
But see, it comes back to
right.
it has to be a balance though, because for me, I was trying to balance to be a Marine, to be a husband, a father, and learn how to be a man.
Yeah, that's
Okay, because I was young, So when something's off balance, somebody's gonna lose. But the thing is, you shouldn't let the same thing lose every single time. And I that's what I had to learn.
I think you have to operate as a whole, as an empire. Like even though you feel like you gotta provide and struggle, if y'all are in unity as one, then you should feel comfortable saying, hey, this is not matching up over here financially. Let's sit down and plan this together. Y'all should be in it together. You shouldn't just be in it as one. So if he falls short, then she should be there to pick you up, and vice versa. Sometimes she might fall short, and you might be able to pick her up. I think that some couples or some marriages are so into gender roles, like I gotta do this, this, and this. Well, sometimes y'all have to play off each other. That's why you become united as one, so that y'all can build each other up. I think they forget about the unity cord in marriage. Y'all forget that sometimes when you fall short, there's still that one strand of God that y'all gotta lay onto. So I think that if they would bring marriage back into God back into relationships and marriage and stuff, then they wouldn't just, fall short and just as easy as y'all get married, y'all it's easy for y'all to get divorced. Y'all just throw the time and the effort that you put into these marriages away because y'all fall short in y'all's own understanding. Sometimes y'all's understanding isn't for you to understand. It's for you to go and seek the understanding. So I think that's a big part in it too, why people, they get married and they realize, shit, it wasn't so bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, grass ain't so much greener out here in this single world. Because I'm in the single world, and the single world now, when I was in college, it's two different single worlds. Like, sometimes I was like, ooh, maybe I should have not been so picky back then, because now I'm like, oh, man. Like, I'm like, no, absolutely not. Like, if I waited this long, I'm not going to settle for mediocre. And so now it's getting harder and harder because these girls are allowing these men to be mediocre, and they're taking these mediocre women because they only have to do so much to be seen as higher. I'm going to push you to be something greater. If you only have an associate's degree, why can't we go get this bachelor's degree? Why can't we work on, what do you want to do?
Exactly.
Oh, it's too much, it's too hard. Okay, well, we're just going to have to, we might have to give up cable. We can't pop bottles in the club, and we might not be able to travel for a year. But we're going to get to this next level. We're going to go buy this 5-bedroom house. But
It's cheap ways to travel.
Okay, that's fine. But right now, we need to save everything in order to get to this higher
But you have
step.
to be with a man who appreciates a plan like that.
Yes.
So that's a plan.
But-
I said,
You know what I mean?
there's
You gotta-
mediocre.
yeah.
We
But it
looking
has to
and
be
we
the
can't
opposite
find it.
around,
I think they need a boot
Yeah.
camp
Yeah.
with
Something.
everybody for the same thing.
Oh, Dominique, we got a
Like,
question on
round them
Instagram. Queen Leslie wants to know, is you dating?
Well, you know what? One thing I had to learn, she's like, one thing that I had to learn quickly when I came home, because actually when I came home, I was actually with somebody who rode with me the whole time I was away. And so, held me down. Then when I got home, just kicked in, hey, baby, you home and let's do this here. You got it, let's go. But I know social media was a downfall because, see, when I went in, social media wasn't big. And then when I came home, I got on social media because I was holding my account down. And so it was always like, well, I'm not on there with you. So I would take pictures purposely just for us to be on, on social media together. But I posted them on my daughter on social media. Then it'd be like, well, why is she on there and you don't have me too? So it actually became a
Damn
problem.
social media every time.
Yeah. It became a problem. So anyway, saying to say this, here back to that question that she wants to know.
Yeah.
I've learned to keep my personal life out of social media.
Yeah.
Seriously. So if I'm with somebody, I always say I'm happy. If I'm single, I always say I'm happy. So right now, I'm happy.
Boo. That's not an answer.
I like that.
Yeah.
But there you have it. He's happy. He's happy. But if you want to follow him, it's Dominique Leonard. You can follow him on Instagram. Shoot your own shot. I ain't shoot your own shot.
I was telling Mona when I met Mona, me and my inbox just stay hot. I'm just like, okay, dang, God.
Well, they out there.
I mean, it's not a bad thing because right now there are 13-1 right now. Okay,
17.
13. Well, I just know it was 13 since it came out.
I say 17.
Okay, 17. but so
Well, women.
for every one man,
13-1 to men?
Yeah. And
I don't have these kind of problems. I don't know.
And so because I don't put anything on social media, it's always like, hey, are you single? What's going on? But I like it like that because it's healthy for me. And I like to just keep business. And then I'm learning even too, you can't even post a bunch of personal things on social media.
You should post whoever wanted you to post her on there.
What
You
you're doing.
shouldn't have
People
anyway.
can be, it can be really, really, really messy sometimes.
If you would have posted your significant other on there, they would have ate that person alive.
And she could have been the beautiful state in America, but
it don't matter. It could be, and the person who ate her alive could look like Precious on her worst day, and look like a crackhead or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And she was still like, ugh, she's ugly. What's wrong with her hair, her lash?
Yeah.
Like no matter what and that just would have made things worse. So you made the right decision for not putting.
Yeah.
I've been through that where I then got put on a name like eating me alive. Like I know I ain't ugly. And if I was ugly, you still can't make me feel ugly. Like they eat people alive on social media because it's somebody hiding behind a computer or hiding behind a cell phone. They just gonna say whatever they would never say in person. They gonna say on social media.
Yep.
So I believe in keeping your private life private too.
I mean, she's
But you
married.
gotta know about social media.
Yeah, I mean, so she's
Know
married.
about it.
Right.
They
That's
need
true.
to do some
Putting her husband
tutorial
name
to know
on social
about this. There's a lot of fake stuff going on.
It is.
Mhm.
Come
Oh,
for
yeah,
him,
yeah.
come for me, but it ain't gonna stop nothing.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
You gotta have somebody strong like that.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the topic of men and women because it's something I wanted to say when y'all was speaking on that. And she was saying about, how taking that man and bringing him to the next level. And she was speaking how a man needs to, I guess learning little things, right? Stuff like that. But I also believe that God didn't make nobody equal. Nobody's equal. I don't care if he's a 6-figure dude, she's a 6-figure woman. It doesn't matter because he's going to have some weak points that she's strong on.
Yeah.
And he's going to have some strong points that she's weak on. Right. I had a friend say the other day when she got home, her fiance took care of the yard, he cooked, he did a bunch of things. And she said she got home and she was like, I felt so bad because I went and got my hair done and my nails done, whatever. But I was able to pay this here because he couldn't pay it. I said, well, that was your strong point.
Yeah.
You work on your strong point, what God gave you to work on right now. His strong point was, hey, I can take the trash out and cut the yard and fix things around the house. That's his strong point. And we have to appreciate and learn everybody's strong point.
Yeah. That's like, that's true. If I'm not working, I feel when I get home, the dishes is gonna be clean, the house gonna be clean, the food gonna be cooked. I'm gonna be able to I'm doing all that if I ain't working.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make her come on and be like, well, damn, he did everything already. She ain't gotta do. That's how it should be. Period.
Exactly.
But I know how to cook, though. By the way, so she gonna eat good.
No,
so she gonna eat good. But I'm just saying though, I'm gonna do a lot, especially if she taking care of home. I'm gonna be like, motherfucker, what's his name? Jeffrey from Will Smith. I'm coming to the door like a waiter. That's how I'm gonna be if I'm not working. And when you're not working, you can't say slick shit. You can't
should be mute.
What you say, man? You're not saying that right now until you get your job. Everybody know that.
If I would have came home and he cleaned and everything, and I came home with my hair done, I would have felt, even if I was taking care of bills, just the kind of person I am. I know, but I still, if I would have came home and you did all that, even though you didn't have a job, I still would feel bad because that's the kind of person I am. Just because it's the kind of person.
That's women with good hearts. They got some.
No. Not the fact that I don't feel bad for getting my hair and my nails done. I feel bad that I came home and you done did all these different things. And I come home like Beyonce walking in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like the day you didn't do that, I could have walked in the door, I would have felt bad. But I feel what she's saying. I would have felt the same way.
I guess I'm selfish, but I wouldn't have felt bad. I would have felt like it was a reward for me being at work all day.
That's because you the type of person gonna be like, nigga, you ain't got no job.
I mean, but
I wouldn't throw it in his face. I would just be like, appreciate you, and then I would hope that he would appreciate that I took the time to get my nails and my hair done for him.
Of course.
But if you lose our job, you gotta show some. Okay, he'll get another job.
So let me ask this question: what advice? No, it's not. I ain't gonna put you personal because I don't feel like I can do that with y'all.
What?
Huh?
It's open, man. Talking. Not like it.
Excellent.
All right. So question then. So nowadays, sex is like such a, it's so easy. It's like you meet somebody first night, you have sex with them, or you do whatever. So how do y'all feel like about like relationships now? Like you gotta have God in your relationship. Like that's something that's something that now that you're more established, or that you're more, you more have a grown mindset. But how do y'all feel now about how people just like meet somebody, have sex, and then y'all move together? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Move together.
People do that.
Like shacking?
People shack up after like 2 months now just because they want to share bills because rent is kind of high.
I don't know about that.
People do that.
I know about that.
I like my space. Okay.
Yeah, stay in your own house.
Well, I feel like it's to each his own. I mean, I just think what works for you might not work for me, or who am I to judge that?
So sex on the first date is okay.
I mean, well, I would just say, again, I haven't experienced that in my adult life as of lately.
So the person you with now, you didn't have sex with them on the first night?
See, I like you because you're very good. Shout
Shit.
Got to be more careful.
Yeah, got to be more careful. Again, I haven't experienced that. I'm just one of them people. I just have to learn, stay in my lane, and what works for me in my lane, that's what works for me in my lane. I cannot worry about work for Mona and her meeting Michael and Jackie and everybody else, and they are Leonard or
not that I've met that many people.
Well, I'm just saying. So,
what about
y'all feel about that?
In my mind, I think you're not supposed to. I just feel some kind of way about that.
You're not supposed to what?
To have sex with somebody that you first meet them.
Why not though?
Why not?
Why you think you shouldn't?
I just don't think you should. It's just
what's the difference between the first day you meet him and the 5th day you meet him? Probably didn't learn that much more.
Even if you feel like you want to, even if you feeling that person, I just feel like, hold up, wait a minute, let's just see. Let's just see. Hold up now. Too soon, too quick. Like
what's your son?
Virgin.
Virgin.
Well,
I believe I don't believe in first date sex either. Just because I mean, first of all, there's no way in hell you're gonna nobody can call in right now and be like, yeah, bro, I hit that on the first night. Don't lie. Nobody can ever say that on here.
That's good.
Just because to me, I feel like you have to learn stuff about people.
And then I gotta say, when you saved.
Come on, you know.
When you saved, just true.
And then the first day, you don't even know you ain't even rubbed it yet. Like, what if it's small? I mean, I feel like I might be wasting I don't know. First night stuff is not just because of. No, I'm just saying.
You have to go through the field test. Like, don't waste.
I might wait. I don't want to waste my mouth, my body.
I think that's good about wasting my.
I don't want to waste my mouth. This is like a car. I have a car in my body, so the more miles I put on it, it depreciates. Correct?
I mean, you know, like I'm this summer I'll be 43.
Nobody don't know.
So, you know,
matter.
When you're young, you don't think you're going to still be
You know,
single,
when you put that thing in there.
You know, at this time, you know. But here I am single and almost 43. So definitely dating has changed, you know. So, I mean, I'll be honest, since we're talking, like I tried some of the dating websites. I didn't like them.
Weird. It's weirdos, right?
A lot of weirdos.
Tinder
Lots of weirdos. One of my homies told me, be careful. It's a lot of brothers out there looking for a place to stay. Ooh. That was true, too.
No.
I don't believe in
Yes.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. A lot of brothers looking for a place to stay.
Because they can't
straight up.
Yeah.
And so, you know.
There's a word for that.
Right
I'm
now?
gonna look up the word. That's a word for those
Yes,
relationships.
please look it up. Please look it
They're
up.
homeless out here.
Homeless. That's a good word.
Situationship.
They dressed up and homeless.
No.
But you know, like I feel like I have a lot to offer, but I also feel like I have even more to lose because I have 3 kids I have to keep, you know, protected.
Right.
We have a home. Like I have a good setup. You know, but the right man. I can't just
Y'all
choose
listening?
anybody. You know, it's got to be like the right man.
Right.
I don't be hitting you up after this.
So you dating?
Uh-oh.
I mean, I'm open. I'm open to.
We will be having speed dating soon. We
Yeah,
will be having like an auction.
I'm definitely having speed dating coming up.
Really?
And
That's
I
fun.
want
We'll have
to
nice
participate.
professional people. It's not gonna be like young teeny vibes. It's gonna be like, you know, lawyers, screenwriters.
Yeah, it's gonna be
you know.
professional, real nice speed dating. We had one.
Women who own
Actually,
businesses,
she hosted
Christians. Yeah,
the
nice
first one.
people.
It was 14 guys and 15 women, and it was great. It was great. People, you know, it was 10 minutes to talk. Y'all
So
meet.
one woman went home without anybody?
Literally everybody did.
Okay.
I didn't even.
I went home with 2. That's
I didn't
what it is.
participate, but I was
I like
Okay, I
both of them.
just
So.
Got him, coach.
I'm just joking. I'm joking.
But I think I don't know if y'all believe in love at first sight. I do believe in love
I
at
do.
first
I
sight.
do. I'm a romantic at
I
heart.
Yeah,
believe,
me too.
like when I was
That's
staying in
my
Atlanta, I think my
See, I believe in like
original-
soulmates and like twin flames and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm
My
scared.
girlfriend in Atlanta, I slept with her on the first
Mary's
night.
best friend.
I met this guy recently. He told me
Guys
he's
say
gonna be
relationship
like.
in Atlanta must have been great.
I was like, what? He scared me when he said
Huh?
it. He's like, you're gonna be
What
my
was
wife.
that
I already
again?
know.
She was
Whenever
great.
someone
She was
says
great.
God told me you're gonna be my wife,
I just missed
like,
it.
God didn't tell me that. 'Cause I
It's
know.
weird because the stuff that he says to me, I'm like, it's kind of what I've been looking for. But I don't tell him that. Hopefully he's not listening.
Anyway, like I said, I slept with a girl on the first night when I was staying in Atlanta.
And you wiped her.
And I wifed her. We was together for the longest.
What happened?
I fucked up, as usual.
So it was a good relationship.
It was a great relationship. She just got pregnant and I bailed.
Pregnant by you?
Yeah.
She had
I
abortion?
wasn't ready.
She had abortion?
Yeah, she had an abortion when she realized, I wasn't ready. I didn't know she was gonna have an abortion.
But you knew you weren't.
You left her.
No, I didn't mean I bailed. Meaning like I was like,
She got pregnant and you said, oh no.
I didn't want to hear that right now. She was ready to go tell her parents, and I wasn't ready for that.
I mean,
you
it
know?
wasn't gonna
So
go away. So what was you gonna wait for?
You just weren't. You're not saying that when you say bail. That sounds like you left. You're not
No, I
saying
didn't
you
leave.
Left. You just said you weren't sure about the situation.
I wasn't sure about the situation.
So before you become sure, she made a decision.
She made a decision because she didn't like the reaction that she got. Like I was like, she was ready to
You
tell her
weren't
parents. I was like, nah, I'm not ready to do that right now. I kind of want to let me feel the situation out. But she was a great woman. She actually, she's actually a doctor now. She's actually doing good. Like she always reached out to me. Like when the storm hit for Harvey, she checked on me and my kids, make sure we good. But we actually had sex on the first night and everything was great. So it's possible.
That's far and few though.
It's just
Because most times guys get on the first night they don't call you anymore. Or they act different. The girl
Shit.
might go to
nah. If it's good, nigga, you call it.
Yeah.
You gonna hit her up.
Yeah.
If it's good.
I don't know.
If it's good?
Yeah, it's just like
Look at her face.
No,
You said, hold up. What you mean?
No.
If it's good, you're not gonna go. I'm saying.
No, you might keep her around, but you're
What
not
she
gonna
said?
take her serious.
She said, "Ain't it always good with no?"
Nah,
No.
it ain't always
I
good.
can't speak for everybody.
Oh, you talking about you? Oh, okay, my bad. My bad. I apologize. Oh, okay, I get what you said. I get. Oh,
I'm trying to hear from the Marine.
My bad.
I'm trying to hear from the Marine because I know you travel the world and you done
Oh,
dipped
yeah,
and
yeah.
dabbed.
So I mean,
Uh-oh.
no,
I'm scared of this.
no. Well, I mean,
You sit back.
I'm a little bit above average when it comes to that because I got married young, so I actually took my vows seriously.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't until I got separated and got divorced. You know, because I kind of did mine backwards. I got married, locked down in my 20s. I became free in my 30s, dirty 30. You know what I mean? So
you call it after the fact.
a little bit, you know, a little bit.
You supposed to.
You know, but in moderation though, because at the same time I was older, so I wasn't 20, I was 30, and then with the world today, man,
It's so different.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It's out
So I did it in moderation, but at the same time, I never disrespected any woman in my life. Every woman knew what it was. Every woman knew what it was.
Are you still in the military?
Yes,
military?
yes, yeah, yes.
So you have women who actually, because I'm a military brat, so you have women who actually go out and look for military men, like they look for basketball players and football players and people who do play, like people with money, like they go out and look for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
They go to the clubs y'all go to the bases. They go out just to get pregnant, and have, and get married.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with that? It's like a groupie type thing.
Well, it's about being an adult first and foremost, and being smart and safe. You know, if you're not trying to have a child with somebody, you shouldn't be having unprotected sex. It's one thing to have sex, but you gotta be safe with it. But there's some people out there that are reckless and will deal with it later. You know what I mean? Like, I was drunk or whatever. Okay, all right, cool. You need to handle that in the morning now. You know what I mean? Like, what we doing now? So, but I was raised by women. All right, so I always had the gentleman in me. You know, so that's never left me. You know, so at the same time, as I got older, I just learned. You know, and I always kept a circle of women around me, and I always learned from them. I always learned from them good. You know, my problem is keeping men around me because I'm not on that foolishness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not on that foolishness. So it's
You
hard.
have good vibes and like-minded people around you.
Yes, and I'm the type of person that if you're not laughing and happy, you gonna laugh and have and be around me because I'm gonna make it. I'm silly. I ain't got no sense. My friends will tell you I've been the same way since the grade school. You know, I'm gonna be me because nobody can be me better than me. You know, so hey, like I tell people, at the end of the day, it's not what they call it; it's what you answer to.
I know this table going through hell of it.
So,
Hey, y'all want to give it a shout outs? We got to go on. What shout outs? Y'all want to give it a shout out to anybody?
Yeah, I'm gonna give some shout outs to Makaya Crudup, Maria Ski, Antonio Vines, and Nate, Big Nate, all my friends and family.
And I want to give a shout out to all my family and friends. They know I've been on this journey for a minute. You know, ever since I got touched down in Houston. You know, I've been away for about 13 years, so I'm back now. So my family, they happy to see me. You know, I've been all around the world, and I'm back here. So I know they out there support me, even the ones I don't know that support me. So I thank all y'all from the bottom of my heart, and I ain't stopping.
Any shout outs over there?
Shout out to God. I know you listening.
I know
I hope. So, I don't know. Shout out to my family, friends, anybody that tuned in. Hey, y'all.
You got any shout outs?
To my friends and family, hey, I hope my boys are listening.
All right, well, this Talk To Me podcast, you got some shout out?
No. Shout out to you.
Appreciate that.
My best friend, Chris.
You got shout out?
Young Tanasia. Y'all go see testimony.
That's the testimony.
That's right.
July 13th.
Friday, July 13th, 2018 at HCC West Loop campus.
Right.
5601 West Loop, South Houston 77081. Y'all make sure y'all
shout
see that.
out.
Oh, that's close.
Yeah.
That's
No shout outs?
campus.
Very close.
That's my your favorite spot.
Well, yeah, my Boudreaux's. Yeah, I'll probably go there. Nah, I ain't gonna go there before.
Say where y'all can buy tickets again.
Tipsy.
Tickets can be bought at testimony.brownpapertickets.com. I'll say it again, testimony.brownpapertickets.com, or we have them on person and it will be sold at the door as well. And right now, they're still on. Is it 31st yet?
Tomorrow.
Still on pre-sale right now, but like I said, we will have them at the door as well. Those who don't
Early bird tickets $40, general admission $45, special 2 for $80.
Can't beat that. That's a date right there, baby.
And
A little day, get a little testimony, get a little food.
Look,
The first night
I
sex.
think if you
Great.
try, I was just about to say that. I think if you try to make
The
sure happy, it's
test
Friday the
testimony
13th.
don't keep y'all
So
from
he-
going and doing that.
Huh?
You're supposed to get something from the test of testimony. Let the Lord resonate on
That
y'all a
2 for
little
20
bit
is
for
like
y'all
you
to
can go as a couple.
deal with
Listen.
it.
It's
Lord.
not a sin to do nothing on the first night. Okay? Let's get that straight. But
Bye, Chris.
if we go and listen to Dominique talk, you don't gotta say that. You just let Dominique talk. All you gotta do is just sit there. He just gave you some motivation.
I hope whoever he take, I hope y'all listening. Don't get caught up
I'm
in that
coming with my
bullshit.
family. I'm coming with the Talking to Me podcast fam. I'm not bringing no lady to that stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
We your lady.
Huh?
You
There you
your
go. I'm
lady.
bringing ladies. I'm bringing
You
ladies
your
in the
lady.
family. I'm
You're
definitely bringing
your
ladies.
lady, baby.
I want to give a shout out to my mom. My brother's getting married June 8th. He's marrying his wife that he's divorced in his first marriage. He's marrying her again. I never heard that being
Married.
possible, but he's doing it again.
Shout out,
And
bro.
shout out to my brother for doing that. I want to give a shout out to my cousin Tim. He's opening Neil's Cafes in New Orleans. It's going to be in Houston starting in September, right? September.
Oh no, shout out to H2O.
Shout out to
Sports Bar and Lounge.
H2O Sports Bar.
Open up June 15th.
Shout out to Tanasia. Shout out to Andy Hall, who comes through every time and show
Hey.
love, produces. We're actually doing a commercial, and he's going to be producing the commercial. It's going to be a real good commercial. Like a little movie, little segment. So you're gonna see a little acting. Then you might can bring me on.
Don't forget our 100th episode event will be August the 25th.
August 25th. That's gonna be epic. We're gonna do an auction. We're gonna auction off single guys. I don't want to get nobody in trouble.
And women too.
And single women. We're gonna auction off single guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean by that?
Probably is.
So like if I do you, gonna like going for 200, going for
Right.
250. You participate?
I need to be five.
Oh, that's more money for Tony Park. Yeah, I'm raise. I'm just throwing. I'm not saying it's gonna go high, but we're gonna give a gift card, and it's gonna be a movie and a dinner and a movie, and that's it. But appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all subscribe to us on YouTube. We out.
See y'all next week.
all right.
Huh?